Hello YouTube, welcome to episode 7 of Bright Lights. It is Damien, it is Sunderland, and it is a huge game. We have Barnsley away today. As you can tell from the table, Barnsley are dropping out of the title race slowly. There's 10 games to go, sorry. Everyone plays each other 46 times. They're dropping out slowly, but not, they win this game, all of a sudden they're back into it. Oxford's definitely being the main threat to us winning the title this season. The main threat to us not winning the title this season is since you last met us, which was the Oxford 1-1 draw, we beat Accrington 3-2, beat Bristol 2-1, two sides not having the best of years. Plymouth also not having the best of years, but Jack Baldwin getting sent off in the 57th minute, just couldn't hold on. We tried to go a little bit more defensive. Ladapo scored soon after, and then, we tried to create something, but nothing really happened. And then we drew 0-0 to Wickham. If you can see from about here onwards, there's been a lot of games where we scored one against weak opposition. We scored, scored two. Wolves, we didn't manage a goal. We know about the Wolves game, obviously. Gilligan, we scored 3, which is great. But definitely in this run here, 0-0, another 0-0, 1-1. We always seem to be conceding that 1 to 2 goals a game. But at the same time, we're struggling to score ourselves. Whenever we put Charlie up front, it's not happening for Charlie. It says he's scored 12 goals this season, and that's including the cup. I actually don't think he's been that great. I might sell him on in the summer and try get in a striker that is a bit better than Charlie. I know Charlie's 26. I know Charlie could technically grow. I know Charlie's not a bad backup striker. But I think for the 2.1 mil, it's probably worth getting rid of him. The reason that I keep choosing Josh Major over him is just because he presses the least. He's got a little bit of potential to grow into. He hasn't been as bad this year. He scored 11 at least in the league. I just feel like for us ourselves, going forward, we're not great as the rain just comes down out of nowhere outside. That's interesting. Going forward, we're not great. And at the back, we're okay. But on our day, we will concede one. I think that's mainly due to the fact that Louvers is a bit old. Baldwin got sent off. I don't want to put him back in for this game. We do have someone to talk about in Potter. You might be thinking, who's Potter? He did play the last game for us as well. But we'll get onto that in just a second. Louvens is, he's a bit old. Bear Hill's obviously our best centre-back. For the championship, he's our captain now. For the championship, I'm going to stick by him for season 1 and we'll see what happens. It depends what the board tell us. If the board wants to get promoted back-to-back, I'm going to have to chase some money around and throw some money around. If not, I'm happy with Bear Hill being at the back because he's had a decent year. Fullbacks have been okay. Oviedo's been really good. But I feel like just going forward, it's not there. It's like Liverpool this season. It's not clicking. That final pass isn't hitting. A lot of chances being created, but you're not just there. And it just seems what's happening with us. That might also be a training thing. Obviously, I said at the start of this season I wasn't going to do training because I'm focusing on trying to win the league. Next season, we'll get into some training stuff. And it might just be the way that our assistants are training. That said, we had youth intake. A lot of these guys are from our youth team. No one really to talk about except Mr. Potter. Now, Potter's probably the best way to do it is just go to our squad and see where Potter is. He's up the top there, Steve Potter. There are you, Stevie. Steve Potter, as you can see, 1.5 stars, but 5-star potential. He's a centre-back, which isn't bad, and someone that we can grow around. I like that he has 12 determination. I actually like that his mentals aren't too bad for a central defender. He's already got 10 concentration, 10 anticipation, 11s, 15 bravery, 14 decision-making. Determination's good. He's got decent positioning. His passing's a little bit limited, which I don't like. He's also got lack of pace, but he's not bad in terms of being height. But his jumping reach isn't great. His headering isn't great. Marking isn't great. Tackling isn't great. There's a lot that needs to be worked on with this kid. But I did like that he has 5-star potential. Definitely someone that I'm going to keep in and around the first team. And I just like that he can play either side fairly well. And you can train him to play either side. So maybe we can train him to be quite versatile for us and be a player for the future where he can just come off the bench and play on the left, right, or in the centre. And just be natural at all three. It says that we can train him to be centre defensive, but I guess with this lack of passing, I doubt it. We'll see how he grows, but definitely a smoky for the future. Now, we're going to get into this Barnsley game. Obviously, last time we played Barnsley, I'm pretty sure we lost 2-0. I'm going to double check that. 2-1. There we are. We did get a goal with Major, but we didn't get back into it. And we'll see how we go. This is a big game. The last thing we need to talk about is Watmore got injured coming off the bench in the last game. As I said, I rested most people against Wickham in 23rd. We drew 0-0. We still had enough quality out there. So Gooch is going to start the second game in a row. Honeyman's been in decent form again and playing in that 4-2-3-1. But against the bigger sides, I like this. And lucky last, Palupsi, Joey. as we were affectionately known, scored 2 in a game not too long ago in a game that we won 2-1. Can't remember who it was against. Nothing real banging about it. It was one that was a header and another one from the edge of the box that was deflected in, but he was just in the right spots, playing as a box-to-box midfielder that game, not in his half-back role. Let's get into it, though, and we'll see how we go here against Barnsley. This is a big game. Win this game, and with 9 games to go, we've kind of said to Barnsley, you're not in this title race. We only have to worry about Oxford now. Lose this game, all of a sudden, Oxford can go level in points with us, and Barnsley only move 1 game, maybe just slightly more than that. We'll take a look at the league table again in just a second, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to tell the lads that we've been on a good run lately. I don't reckon that Barnsley have been dropping off a little bit. Apparently they're 16th over the last 5 games in terms of form, so maybe we can add some misery here. Just going to do that. I'm going to set the opposition instructions as always, as I don't know the league so well. I know Callum Woodrow goes into a decent player most times. Going to get into the kickoff here. Here we are, obviously Barnsley being the red because they're home, and obviously Sunderland will be in the black. Can we go get a result here? It is a big game, this one here. This is another big 6-pointer. And then our run home isn't too bad, so I don't mind it. As Maguire gets down the line straight away, and in the end, it's a great tackle by Turton. For half a second, I thought we were going to score inside a minute. As you can tell, Barnsley would, if they won, get the 72 points, and we would stay on 77. So more than 2 games out, even if we lose. Oh my. What a save, McLaughlin. Oviedo. What is this from the star man? He's been in some great form, so I'm not going to knock him. But, and every time I say that, we might need to sell McLaughlin. What a volley this is from Woodrow. I don't know why he hasn't controlled it and run it in. But still, what a save from McLaughlin, flying himself massively to his right-hand side. That's a great reaction save. Oviedo putting him in unnecessary pressure. Just like me on FIFA. Every time a cross goes into the box, header it to the penalty spot, not header it out. Anyway, that's a ball back post and headed over the bar. And it's still 0-0 after 5 minutes here. A little bit of let-off for us here against Barnsley. Needed to play well. It's interesting to see what Oxford do. I wonder who they're playing today. I didn't take a look at that. It doesn't matter with 9 games to go. Even if we drop points here, we still got enough, still got games to rectify it. Oh my, that was a not bad strike there from Dougal. McLaughlin went McLaughlin watched it go just past his post. Did that animation when they just fall to the floor. And that one would have went in if it was on target. And Styles' ball there. Here we go. Back to Styles, into Taylor. It's been all Barnsley so far. Exactly the same what happened in our game up at home is where Barnsley just dominated the early proceedings, got a couple goals. But a good tackle there from Joe Paluzzi. And in the end, Max Power finds Madger. Madger holds it up nicely and finds Chris Maguire, who's been in some decent form. Finds Dylan. Dylan finds Maguire again. Still Maguire. Finds Dylan. Dylan now. Still with Dylan. Finds Max Power. And he's just lost it. What's he done? Bearhill, though, good read of the interception, but his header out was poor, and it's found its way to Moore, into Callum Woodrow, and this time he goes over. I'm actually going to tell the lads just to, just get creative, get your foot on the ball. You're controlling the possession, put them on the back foot, not us. As you can see, Barnsley are dominating on the break, and we ourselves are not playing too well, and got a few bookings around as well. Could tell us to calm down and really just relax on it, but I'd prefer to tell us to get creative because we're a side that, as much as we can't score, we do create a lot of chances. So law of averages says we will eventually create one if we do. As Oxford go 1-0 up against Rochdale. So that would put them equal top, I believe. I think they were 3 points behind us before we started today. As Joe Paluzzi gets on it and he finds Dylan. Dylan now on the ball. His ball, that's not the best, is it? Major might go press in here, but I highly doubt we're going to win this one back. It's a not bad ball out. Just a little bit lacking in the middle of the park as well, I feel. It might be a time to give the youngsters a real run of games as the ball comes in. And it's just a poor ball from Dylan that's created this goal for Moore. It's not in our mantra. We're not saying to kick it long. We say shorter passes, keep the ball, work the ball between the lines. He has all the time in the world. And he goes and picks lap passable passes. Just the common sense. Conceding silly goals like that would be give the opposition possession. It's just not on. And McLaughlin there, and that puts us level on points with Oxford. Highlight, McLaughlin, his ball into Dylan. Can you pick a pass, son? Oviedo, nice. There we go. Finds Dylan. Oviedo bombing on. That's the right time to go a bit more direct. Oviedo's ball in, it was poor though, in behind everybody. In the end, Joe Paluzzi will get on it. Paluzzi finds Dylan. Dylan now back to Joey Paluzzi. Paluzzi finds Max Power. Max Power finding Johnny Paluzzi. Finds Dylan again into Max Power. He's in some space. He might hit one from distance. Great save from Davies though to push it onto the bar. But that's a little bit better from us. Still didn't work into the box just nicely. Bearhill gets up and makes sure he marshals that that ball over the top. And that's okay. Everyone looking nervous and anxious. Just not good enough. Not good enough at all. And, we're spluttering towards this league title if we're going to win it. We haven't been playing well. We haven't gone out and taking the title by the scruff of the neck, winning games that were meant to, because it just takes the pressure off these games when you go, oh, we're 4 points clear at least, because we won the games that we had against the low opposition. Even if we lose today, we're still top. We've still got a points difference. It just puts the pressure on Oxford and Barnsley. Instead, now we're dropping points everywhere. Now Barnsley are a good side at home and we're 1-0 down. Just not on. Look how many bookings there are. We don't play with stuck in. I don't get that as well. Watch someone get sent off here. I'm going to switch it to the 4-2-3-1. Joe Palooza is going to come off for Max Power. Max Power is going to come off for Honeyman. That's at least one yellow card out the way. Luvens is having his best game. Jack Baldwin's going to come in there too. Watch Oviedo now get booked. I'm going to confirm those two changes. We're going to go a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more forward thinking. And Bear Hill's got a decent free kick. Bear Hill, oh, he just hit it straight into the wall. I got excited. He's got 17 free kicks as Magic gets on the ball. Back to Bear Hill, but he's put under pressure. Oviedo now. That's just a ball towards Major. Major's not going to win that. Flanagan does pick it up. Dylan Palusi again. His ball finds Dylan. Dylan finds Honeyman. It's a good ball towards Major! And Josh Major on the last man scores again. And it is going to be Sunderland 1, Barnsley 1. As I said, Honeyman's been in good form. He's been coming off the bench and influencing games. Every time he starts, so it's a little bit lackluster. But off the bench again, Honeyman has created something. Just well done from Dylan Palusi to actually keep it. Then Honeyman picks the pass. And there we are. Major's not missing that one. It's on a platter and it's 1-1. Here we go. 68 minutes played here. 60% possession. Dominating the game in terms of possession, not in terms of shots. And Barnsley come forward again. Fryers, Callum Woodrow. Can we stop the cross coming in? We won't. And Hedges comes in there. His ball to Alex Mowat, who's a decent player. Mowat deflected. Hedges. McLaughlin's kept it out just. And it fall to Honeyman. I think that's going to be the highlight as Dylan kicks it long. I tell you what, Major's in here. Can we go from coast to coast and work an opportunity? Major, Honeyman hit it! Oh! Clear-cut chances at both ends. Honeyman nearly could have made himself a hero. There we are. In terms of tactics here, I feel like Matthews for Oviedo could be interesting. Dylan's not having the best of the game and looking tired. I'm going to bring in Barley because he can play centre mid on attack, I reckon. We're going to go for it. There we are. All right, Barley. The young Englishman from the youth academy. Barley Mumba. Can he go out there and do it? I'm just going to tell the lads, get creative. Try work something. I don't think it clicked. Does Oxford go 2-0 up? Sam Smith again. A player that carved us up. All right, Oviedo, need to get there. He doesn't. Let's Taylor take a touch. He needed to make a contest out of that. It's a decent ball in back post. Callum Woodrow, he's missed 3 clear-cut chances. I'm going to tell him now to get creative. Come on, work something the last 9 minutes. A draw's not bad, but a win's better. 5 minutes at a time. Can we get there? It doesn't look like there's going to be a highlight at all. Oviedo, if you smack this free kick, I'll have your babies. It doesn't. Davies, though, will pick that one up. It's going to finish 1-1. And just like in the Oxford game where we sneak the goal and squeaky bum time, an own goal to finish 1-1 against another title rival, we have drawn 1-1 again. Just defensively, we switch off for that 1 second. In the midfield, that poor ball, and we got, and teams of quality will punish you for that. So it makes me worried if we do get promoted that the squad isn't good enough as well. It's very interesting to see if we do get promoted. I'd say if, because if we don't finish in the top 2, we're going to go through the playoff route, and the way we're playing in the playoffs, it's a lottery, and I'm going to tell them that, look, we'll keep morale high, and that, it was good to come back against a draw against another title rival. It keeps us top by a point, right? I want to see if Oxford play Barnsley anytime soon. They don't. They don't really have anyone of quality. They've got 17th, 23rd, 13th, 7th, 10th, 15th, 9th, 6th. They have such a good run home too, Oxford. Oh, we're in some trouble, aren't we? What about our run home? I know we got Fleetwood coming up, and Fleetwood's a difficult game too. They're in 4th. Burton, Rochdale, Coventry, Doncaster, Peterborough, and Portsmouth on the, not the final day. Southend on the final day. I'm tempted to come back for this Fleetwood game as another episode, because it's such a big game in terms of the league. I will. That's going to be the next episode. We're going to go play that Walsall game, and also will be another episode, another big title game coming up in the not too distant future. It'll be next episode. It'll be episode 8. This is episode 7 with Damien signing off here on the YouTube. Links in the description below. Come follow us live on Twitch. Follow us live, obviously, on Twitter as well, so you know updates about the league on what is going on. It is going to be quite a tense title run in, but we need results, and we need them soon, and we need them now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Will Sunderland win the league? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you, and goodbye.